1.5 million. 1,200 meters. Racing away, and Good to Give was slow out of the gates. One of the first out, Captain Von Trapp, is right there shortly after the start. Edge of the Sun is showing good early toe, so is Silent Obsession. Royal Rustlers towards the inside. Washington Square's got the blue blinkers on the right-hand side. Then comes Field Marshal Phoenix. Shadow Catchers on the inside. Northern Roots just off the first call. Sevilla's 3 off the left-hand side. That's also amongst the leading division. They're followed further back by number 8, and then comes Puccini and Panzer. An even race as they come to the last 400 meters. Sevilla on the inside. Edge of the Sun is right there. Captain Von Trapp. Field Marshal Phoenix moves in. Northern Route. On the inside of that is Shadow Catcher. The outside is Good to Give as they come down to the 200. Edge of the Sun, Captain Von Trapp, Field Marshal Phoenix, Sevilla. Shadow Catcher's on the inside. Edge of the Sun, just the leader. Captain Von Trapp's a runner. Sevilla on the inside over the last 100. Captain Von Trapp, Sevilla on the inside. Edge of the Sun, it's close. They come down to the line. Oh, I think Edge of the Sun from Captain Von Trapp and Sevilla. Close call, head twisted of Edge of the Sun. That will probably just win it. Number 13, the Philanthropist from Captain Von Trapp in the white silks nearest us as they come down to the line. Very close. Edge of the Sun will just make it home. So Edge of the Sun is the winner. Number 13, the Philanthropist. Captain Von Trapp runs into second. Number 13 on the tote ends up the tote favourite at 440. Sevilla runs into third. Field Marshal Phoenix runs into fourth. Further back in the run as we continue is Shadow Catcher, and then came Washington Square, Northern Route, Puccini. Good to Give was slow out of the gate, and then came Panzer, Royal Rustler and Cypher. So we'll take a look at that head-on shortly. Captain Von Trapp is in the white silks, 4 off the right-hand side. Edge of the Sun, the orange cap towards the left-hand side. They have a good struggle, and Edge of the Sun and Captain Von Trapp, they get close together, but Edge of the Sun will just make it home, and Edge of the Sun has won it from Captain Von Trapp, who was starting to drift towards the inside. That's the running of the third. Until the fourth, back to the studio.
Well, talking about hot stables, here's the Duncan Howells stable in form presently, and Edge of the Sun has edged out Captain Von Trapp in a real cliffhanger over the last 150. And during the week we had a chat to you, and you mentioned he's a horse who he didn't take that virus too well.
Look, it took us a little while to get him back, and I was very happy with his last run because he was a horse that lost his way. Very big, heavy horse, and he won his second start, and we never really got back to what we thought the horse was capable of doing. But I was impressed with the win today. Showed a lot of guts. I've tried a couple of new things with him. They seem to be working. Very good ride from Muzi. Thanks to Dave for the support. And it's starting off to, let's hope it carries on the way it's going.
Well done to you and the team. Keep up the hard work.
Good. Just thanks to our sponsors winning form again.
Once again, Duncan Howells coming out tops, and another super effort here. Jockey Muzieni is making his way back to the winner's enclosure, and he had to really earn his riding fee here. He's a horse Duncan mentioned. He's got the ability, but he had some setbacks, but he's now back on track.
Yes, and he's a horse. I think you have to ride him a couple of times to try to get the most out of him. He's got his quirks. He doesn't like too many horses in front of him because he kind of like looks to turn it up on you. And I thought there was a little bit of pace. There's a lot of claimers, horses with a lot of pace, so I didn't think I'll find myself in front. But I found myself with an easy lead, and he had his ears sharply pricked, so he was quite relaxed. And I saw Anton at the corner of my eye on the left, and I always felt like I had the more relaxed horse, and he was trying to enjoy his gallop. Obviously, his horse did give a bit of a fight, but because I hadn't been too hard on him in the race, he managed to give me a nice kick at the end and show a lot of courage. He got a bump, but I always felt like I would get there.
Well done to you, keeping his head in front and things going well for you.
Yes, we've been having a lot of seconds, and Mr. Howells is, been plagued with some bad draws. So it's nice when finally you have a meeting where you can win 2 races, maybe even 3, just to make up the numbers for the last time.
We'll enjoy the victory and all the best for the rest.
Thank you. Huge thanks to Mr. McLean. He backs me up and he's given me a few opportunities on his smart horses. So just I want to thank him, and hopefully we can crack some decent 3-year-olds to be something competitive.
Super.
Thank you to Winning Form. Thank you. And the previous race to Mr. Amir. Thank you very well as well. He's always puts in a good word with me by Mr. Ours, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Muzieni producing the goods on Edge of the Sun, just edging out Captain Von Trapp in a real photo finish down to the post.